from trying to keep the spirit of Rocky alive as Sylvester Stallone left the franchise, to Creed 3 becoming an absolute hit at the box office. Here's how Michael B. Jordan wants to expand the Creed universe. After being able to successfully direct a fantastic film, Jordan thinks the Creed stories can expand to other mediums too. Michael B. Jordan hasn't just directed the new Creed movie, but he has also starred in his own story. And as someone who concentrated a lot on taking a different narrative when it came to the Creed franchise, he's now looking towards taking this to a whole new playground after the success of the first two Creed movies in 2015 and 2018. It doesn't really come as a surprise that this one ended up doing really well also, to be honest. But after the upcoming third movie, it's not as clear what will come next for the popular series. In an interview with Extra,
it was awesome. You know, it's a family vibe. Last nine years of my life, I spent on the Creed films. They're very supportive, you know.
Jordan talks about how he wants to keep the Rocky movies going as Creed 3 gets closer to its release date. The director says that he thinks the world could be expanded in other ways, like a series or a video game, whether or not there's another movie. He even said a comic book could also be a really big contender. Man, that would actually be pretty cool, not gonna lie, because I really want a fresh set of comics that concentrate on something other than the Marvel and DC universe. And the idea of an anime series makes a lot of sense, especially since Jordan is a big fan of the style and has also supposedly used some anime elements in Creed 3. Honestly, there are a lot of other possibilities too that give Jordan some direction when it comes to directing a series. It seems like another character whose story can be talked more about is Amara Creed, the deaf daughter of Adonis and Bianca. Another possibility could also be an existing story that hasn't been talked much about, like Robert Lawton was working on a spin-off movie about Ivan Drago that would focus on the Russian boxer played by Dolph Lundgren and his son Victor Drago, who was played by Florian Montano in Creed 2. Even though there have been rumors that the project could become a series, Deadline says that it sounds like they're staying on track and keeping it a movie. Since there's no expected date to start filming, anything could happen at this point. I'm also not ruling out a possible crossover with some other action universe out there. I mean, how cool would that be? That could also set Jordan apart from other Creed production members who have tried to do things differently in the past, but didn't quite succeed. There aren't many details about what projects are being talked about more seriously than others, but sources say that talks are happening to figure out how to take advantage of the success of the MGM film franchise on Prime Video after Amazon bought MGM. But it looks like Jordan is all the more confident to try anything now that Creed 3 did so well at the box office. You see, Creed 3 beat Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania at the box office with an impressive opening weekend of $58.7 million. This was a new record for the franchise and knocked Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania off the top of the domestic charts for the second time, while many others wanted to see how Jonathan Majors would do as Adonis's childhood friend turned rival, Rocky Balboa. Keep in mind that this is also the first movie in the long-running series that does not star Sylvester Stallone, who played Rocky Balboa in the first movie and came back in the spin-offs to help train Adonis.
There it is.
Hey.
There it is.
It's a two-step.
All right, who's your favorite singer?
Marvin Gaye. Yeah, it's universal. It's not so secret.
All right. What's the best trait you got from your parents?
Oh man,
But from the looks of it, it didn't seem like his absence hurt ticket sales at all, which is a good thing, obviously. The movie opened in other countries with $41.8 million, giving it a total of $100.4 million worldwide. It's also a big win for theater owners, who are hoping that Scream 6 and John Wick Chapter 4 will keep the good luck going in March. Also, ComScore says that overall ticket sales are 37% ahead of where they were at the same time in 2022, with the success of Creed 3 and Jordan's overly excited energy to do things differently aside. There's a much bigger question we all need to ask ourselves before we hype him up online, and that is, would a TV show about Creed even work? Like the Rocky movies, both Creed movies focus on the characters.
Fighters, бойцы, I want good, clean fight.
And tell stories about real people. They also deal with important themes and social issues. In fact, it could be said that these story elements are handled even better in the spin-off movies.
The harder it gets. That's life.
But because Adonis is such a big deal in the world of the Creed movies though, he might not be a good fit for a TV show right now. I mean, we don't really want the audience to get used to his story that quickly now, do we? I also think that Jordan bringing a new narrative to town means that he should also give the audience some time to settle down and process the movie.
Okay, I'm gonna be clear. So, Creed on screen is kind of unrealistic. You know what I'm saying? So that's not a day-to-day thing.
Before he decides to go and mess things up by creating content over content on Adonis. But what I'm talking about is kinda just limited to Adonis. The Creed franchise as a whole though could do very well on TV. A TV show could continue to build on the world of the Creed movies from a new angle by focusing on a new or returning character. I don't yet know how people will react to Major's new character in Creed 3, but a TV show about Damien's past could be a hit.
Stay focused. Jabs, jabs. Give it to him. Work yourself out the clinch. Let's do it.
Majors is one of the most interesting and talented actors working in Hollywood right now. The Creed 3 trailer already showed that his character had a hard childhood,
Damien.
which could be explored more on TV. On the other hand, a TV show set in the same world as the franchise could focus on a whole new fighter. In the first Creed, Sylvester Stallone's character was a trainer. Jordan could be a guest star in a TV show and act as a mentor, as Stallone's character did. I don't know how the universe will grow after Creed 3.
Curious what happened with you two.
But it's clear that Jordan has high hopes for his character and the world of the movies as a whole. Also, remember that before 2015, the Creed trilogy took over the Rocky franchise, which had 6 movies. The IP has a long and successful history that goes back almost 50 years, so it seems like a great idea to make the universe bigger. Apart from the nitpicking when it comes to the storylines though, this could be a great time for Jordan to expand the Creed universe. From what I know, Amazon bought MGM last year for a whopping $8.5 billion, and using Rocky as a source of ideas for new projects would be a smart way for them to get their money's worth. From Bill Bria's interview with Michael B. Jordan, it's clear that the actor is all in on the Creed universe. In fact, he has talked about how he has been dreaming about this moment for a really long time.
You know, we saw him embrace, the love of his life. But then also question and doubt, who.
Jordan has wanted to do things differently and has just waited for the opportunity to bring his ideas to the table. And it looks like Jordan might find a new play area at Amazon to be the perfect place to keep working on his directing skills. And that's all for Michael B. Jordan wanting to expand the Creed universe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.